Hey everybody, JCB here with the Awesomist, and you're watching the Awesomist Reviews. I love Fallout. My wife has been a long-time fan of the series, and somehow she got me to play, so now I'm hooked on it. As you can imagine, I was pretty excited when this came in the mail. This is the limited edition Nuka Cola Fallout PlayStation 4. Less than 100 were made, and Bethesda sent me this one after I was the first to beat Fallout 4's first piece of DLC content, Automatron. What's that? You say April Fool's Day was last week, and that any other day of the year this is just called lying? Also, I'm the only one in this room? Thank you, I do look handsome today. In reality, this is what people call a skin, wrap, or decal, or if you're Canadian, a decal, which I ordered from the Geek App. I don't want to sound like a commercial, but the Geek App, powered by Wish.com, is a pretty nifty app with lots of neat things to buy, so be sure to check it out. And again, I'm not sponsored by Geek or anything like that, I just really like it. Although if I was sponsored by Geek, I guess I probably wouldn't know it yet because her check would take like 6 weeks to show up. Anyway, my wife's desire to play Fallout 4 was one of the only reasons we bought a PlayStation 4, and that's also the reason why I decided to buy these decals. I mean, our PlayStation's basically just our Fallout 4 machine at this point, so it might as well be adorned as such. Anyway, let's dive right in. The packaging, like most products from Geek, is very minimal. I think I've said this before, but I kind of admire that. Sure, cool packaging is always nice to admire, and I personally love finding the translation errors and misspellings on packages that come from overseas, but even the really nice packaging eventually just ends up in already overflowing landfills. So minimal packaging like this is better for everyone. I guess this is also going to be kind of a Tutorial Tuesday video, as I have to really do this step by step in order to get an idea of how well it sticks and how easy it goes on. Even though this is going to be coming out on like Friday or Saturday, we'll call it a Tutorial Tuesday just because I'm going to be doing this step by step with you. The first step is to open the packaging and sort your individual pieces in such a way that you have an idea of how this puzzle of a sticker actually goes together. You're definitely going to want a good idea of what goes where before you start because there are no instructions. And that's actually part of the reason why I decided to make this video. I went and looked for instructions on how to do this and couldn't find any, so I figured if I'm gonna wing it, I might as well document it so other people can see how it's done. Once you have your sticker puzzle lined up and ready to go, just get a cloth or cotton ball and some rubbing alcohol and lightly wipe the system down. The side pieces are connected to the top and bottom pieces, which makes organizing everything easier, though you can separate these pieces if you feel that'll be easier to work with. Begin by peeling off one of the stickers and very carefully apply it to the console. I picked a corner and just made sure that corner was straight and then worked my way across. Now don't stress out about getting it absolutely perfect the first time. The sticker is very easy to lift off and reapply, so long as you don't put a ton of pressure on it until you're sure it's right. As you can see, I am only removing a small portion of the wrap from its backing, and then applying that first so I can then pull the backing off, which allows for a clean and simple application. I also used one of those squeegees that comes with most screen protectors for a mobile device to apply the pressure. Apply firm pressure to the skin to make sure it stays in place. Repeat this process until the entire console is covered. If you're wondering how much more difficult it is to apply the small side pieces manually, it's really not any different. Each technique has its pros and cons. The downside to doing it all as one piece is that you have to make sure everything is lined up. And then the sides take some pulling to get everything where it needs to be. But separating the pieces makes larger than intended gaps more likely, as well as running the risk of getting your pieces rotated the wrong way or possibly mixed up. Then there is the controller pieces. Personally, if I wasn't doing a video, I wouldn't bother with these controller pieces. I mean, yeah, sure, it looks kind of cool, but I also think that controllers are handled way too much to have a sticker like this on there. I feel like it's just gonna rub off. But since I am making a video, I might as well go all in, so let's go ahead and do this. The process is exactly the same. Rub down your controller with some alcohol to remove the dust and oil, and then peel the special section off of the backing paper. This is pretty simple to apply, and for those of you wondering, no, it doesn't really reduce the usefulness of your touchpad at all. Next, peel the main section of the skin off its paper backing, leaving behind the small parts that would cover the buttons. I started down here by the PS button and the speaker. Now I know some of you are wondering, what about those little circle pieces? Am I supposed to put those on the buttons? Well, no, and here's why. This is what it looks like. It's kind of dumb. Plus, these round stickers are slightly larger than the buttons, so the edges often stick to the controller, which of course means your button is held down until you unstick it. So just don't bother. Anyway, here's what the controller looks like all finished. When it's all done, it will look like this. I have to say it's pretty cool, but buying a second PS4 just so I can put a decal on one and show you guys the comparison was pretty expensive. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and what's that? You say I just filmed this video out of order and then edited the footage together so that my plain PlayStation was sitting next to the decaled PlayStation. I have to say this is pretty cool, and it was nice and easy to do too. I mean, if you could put one of these things on your smartphone or other mobile device, you can easily put this wrap on your PlayStation. And it looks great. I'm really happy with this purchase. The sticker's really high quality, it was easy to apply, and it looks great when done. I mean, what else can you say other than, yeah, it took 6 weeks to show up like everything else from Geek, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's the Nuka Cola Fallout PlayStation 4 Skin, Wrap, Decal, Decal, whatever you want to call it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I make new videos every week, and until next time, keep being awesome.